Ladies and gentlemen, what is good? What is good? What is good? Of course, you know who I be. Good Doc. Dr. Mike TV. Back again, once again. Long overdue. Been a minute. Instant classic in the making. First time to the channel, subscribe, notify, do all the good things to make yourself well versed in the Good Doc's content. All my good stuff listed in the links in the description area below. Ladies and gentlemen, I've been off the grid for some time, right? Not gonna lie to you, Doc's been going through some personal shit. Maybe one day I'll explain it. Maybe one day I won't. But, you know, that's the reason why Doc's kind of falling off the grid, especially when it comes to, you know, getting busy in these YouTube streets. But today I had to take a moment to address some things, right? Because I don't think that a lot of guys understand the real reason why they are not getting laid in the Philippines. But yours truly, and, you know, abroad countries as well, not necessarily just the Philippines, but yours truly is here to drop a true bomb on that ass to kind of give you guys an understanding of where you might be actually messing up. So stay tuned, ladies and gentlemen. Let's go ahead and get into it. All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, I had a conversation with a subscriber earlier in the email. He was like, yeah, Doc, man, first time to the Philippines. I'm excited. I'm jacked, man. I've been working out, man. I'm getting it in, man. I've been all over the internet on these online streets, man, talking to a whole bunch of different women and shit, man, trying to set me up something before I get there. That way, you know, I could cruise into a little something while I'm there. Had the time of my life, man. Get a girl tonight, get a girl tomorrow night, get a girl the next night, have a girl for 7 days a week, man, live my best life. Calm down, pimpin'. Because there's rules to these streets that I think that a lot of guys don't understand. You see, a lot of people believe in the numbers game. And you're not wrong, right? And for those of you who don't really understand the numbers game, the easiest and simplest way for me to explain it from my understanding of the numbers game is the more women you talk to, the more likely you are to get laid, right? It's a numbers game. If I talk to 10 women, and I only get to sleep with one of them, my success rate is what? 10%, right? That's not bad, right? You see, so the more women you talk to, the more chances you are getting laid. And yes, that in theory, to an extent, that could be true. You know, of course, if you're paying for it, you could probably have 100% success rate, but we're not talking about that. In theory, it might be true, you know, the numbers game, but in actuality, you could be effing yourselves up in the exact same light. Think about it. You're trying to talk to 5 different girls online, trying to keep up with 5 different conversations with 5 different women online before you get there. I don't know about y'all, but that could be difficult for a lot of different gentlemen, especially when your only main focus is to get laid. Let's be real. A lot of people call it, when they say that men are simple creatures, we are. Okay? We are fucking simple. We are straight to the bare bones. If all we're trying to do is get laid, ladies and gentlemen, let's call it for what it is. If that is all we're trying to do, we could care less about the conversation. We could care less about what she talk about. We just trying to get in them jeans, right? So imagine if you're doing that with 5 women and you're not really necessarily caring or getting into or, you know, really focusing on the conversation more so than you are. Damn, how long is it going to take me to get in them jeans? If that's the case, you're doing yourself a disservice, right? By talking to these 5, 10 different women online. Because it's going to fuck up your success rate because you're not giving it the energy that it technically takes, if you're not paying for it, to actually get it in. You're going to have to actually fucking pay attention to some of the things that you're saying, right? You're going to have to pay attention to some of the shit she's saying. Which is why I say, guys, look, if you're really trying to get it in, honestly, and not paying for it and all that shit, start with 2 at a time, right? 1 or 2. That way, if one flakes out, you still got a backup, right? Start with 1 or 2 and then branch out, right? Because 5 to 10 at a time, I can almost guarantee you're not going to put forth the effort and energy that it actually takes to maintain those 5 to 7 conversations until you actually get to the country to actually link up with them and see where things go, right? Because a real one, if you're not paying for it, yo, you probably not going to sleep on the first date. Let me tell you the truth. Might take you the second. So imagine if you go on 2 dates with 5 different women, just wasting your time and shit. You're going to be mad, right? You're going to be mad as hell. And I don't think that you have the right to expect that you go get laid off Jump Street. I mean, it does happen. Let's be real. I got a story, but I can't tell it. It can happen. But at the same time, if you have that expectation, especially now in these times when foreigners are a dime a dozen, like I told you, it's probably not gonna fall out like that. They not just gonna lay down and spread their legs for you, bro. It just don't work that way. So if you're thinking that 5 different women you talking to off the rip and you're not really caring about the conversation, again, if you're caring and you put forth a little bit of effort, a little bit different. But if you're playing the simple-minded game and you're only focused on, getting laid because maybe your time's limited, or maybe you just don't care enough about the girl, you just want to see how she look naked or something, then you're not doing yourself a favor, and you're probably doing yourself a disservice when you're playing the numbers game that way. So again, ladies and gentlemen, that's just something I want you to keep inside your mental. I'm not saying that this is happening to you specifically, but I do believe that if you do not put forth an effort in the numbers game that you play with the 5 to 10 different women that you might be talking to online, you might fumble the bag on all of them, right? I say personally, 2 solid. That way, if one flaking or one acting up, prayerfully, the second one gonna come through clutch. And then if the second one comes through clutch and you just so happen to be online and you start to figure out a rhythm for yourself, if this is the lifestyle that you want to lead, again, Doc doesn't necessarily brag about it or say that that's the way that it should be, but I will say that I do understand the majority of my audience, and the majority of my audience are looking to have a little bit of fun. This is why we make these videos. If that is the case, ladies and gentlemen, you got to play it smart, right? Couple at a time. Start with 2 at a time. I say 2 by 2s, right? You do 2. You know what I'm saying? Those 2 ain't really rocking with you, or they're not, it didn't really go the way that you hoped that it would. Guess what? Let's try another 2 in the rotation. Just see how it plays out, right? Rather than trying to jump in the game and trying the numbers game with 5 to 10 different ones, right? Because you might get lucky, but at the same time, you're probably going to do yourself probably a solid and do yourself a better favor if you do give yourself an opportunity to just focus on 2 solid. That's all I'm asking. 2 solids is really all you need. All right, because if you don't know your way around the Philippines, you don't have friends there or people that can show you around, your 2 solids, hopefully, hopefully they're good. I would pray that they are good. I can't really tell you what types of women to get with. That's your prerogative, and you're going to do what you want to do. Shout out Bobby Brown. And then you got to do you, fam. That's the only thing I can say, but I do believe that 2, and I'd even say 3, right? I think I think 3 of them is probably a solid number for you. But the more you start to stretch it out and you think that you go stretch it to 5 to 6 of them, and you're trying to maintain and manage 5 to 6 different conversations, not to mention that you don't think these women are gonna be trying to text you or talk to you or try to holler at you while you're with somebody else right now. Again, that could complicate things for you. I believe that as long as you're dealing with 2, if you happen to be on the date with one at a time, you could just tell the other one you're asleep or you're doing something and you'll text them later. Do you honestly think you're going to go through your roster and tell that to 6 different women, yo, I'm asleep, I'm doing something, or, I'll text you later? That's a lot of people to try to text later, right? A lot of people to try to text later. And trust me, if you forget to text them, guess what? All hell will break loose. Trust me, and that's just the minor shit, bro. That's just the minor shit. And trust me, this is coming from somebody who knows. You may not think I know, but I know. Know a little bit more than I want to, right? But game recognized game, ladies and gentlemen, and you need to be on top of yours. That's all I got to say. If you love this video, man, like, share, comment, subscribe. It's been a good doc, man. It's good to be back. Hopefully I can keep this momentum going, right? Let's just take it a video at a time and we'll see where we goes, man. If you love the content, if you want to subscribe, you want to do all that good shit, man, comment section below, not comment section, but the description area has all my good shit. If you haven't already got you a book, get that. All right? If you want to support the channel in any capacity, you already know what to do, man. It's been a good doc, man. Y'all take care. Y'all stay blessed, man. Doc is out.